Hey there, Kimberly Olson here. Welcome back to another episode of #GetLit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. For today's episode, we're going to talk about creating profit centers in each area of your business. So if you've been wondering when you should hire, when you should let go, how do you create more revenue, higher ROIs, more profitability in your company, or maybe save expenses, but just optimizing each role in the company, this absolutely is going to give you the blueprint of how I've done it in my own business, and you can too. Stay tuned. All right, so we're going to dig into creating profit centers in each area of your business. And I absolutely love this topic because it's so easy as an entrepreneur or growing company to get into a growth phase where revenue is coming in. It's probably somewhat new to you and you're like, okay, more people, because what happens is you and the people that do work for you already are going to feel like they have too much on their plates. So the natural inclination is to hire, more people, more bodies, right? That's actually not true, because if you don't create profit centers in each area of your business, meaning each role is optimized to create profit in the business in some way, then what happens is, and I've gone through this, is you overhire. And so now you've got twice as many, just way too many people that you don't need, meaning the roles that you had were not optimized. You were not efficient. You didn't even understand what people were doing and being able to know, like, what is the key result? What's the ROI I'm getting here? And if we don't have a way to measure that, we can't tangibly measure that, then we're just hiring people to hire people, warm bodies, right? And that's absolutely not sustainable, because the way business works is, and we can see all of that now with the economy as well, is that we have to be a bit lean, okay? There's a time to hire, there's a time to bring on more people, and there's a time to be lean and make sure your company is healthy and profitable, and that each role is optimized. This is also important because each person needs to know what success looks like. You're going to want to have key performance indicators. What do they know, how do they know that they are successful? So it could be a scorecard, it can be quarterly, benchmarks, incentives, bonuses. I mean, there's a million different things you can do, but how does that person tangibly know that they are successful? And if you don't have that in place and people don't understand, then they're going to be spending time on things that are not important to you. And you're going to wonder why they're not doing the things that are important to you, or the money-making activities. And you potentially may get frustrated or lose good people because there's no rhyme or reason. So to create profit centers in each area of your business, what I recommend doing is taking each role within the company, and you can do it based on what you currently have to start, listing out every single thing that they do. It is helpful to have them give this to you, because you will be shocked at, we did this, it was probably a year ago. We were surprised at how many people were doing the same thing that somebody else was doing. So there was no real ownership because a couple of people did that task. And then you're obviously having redundancy, so you're having inefficiency. I mean, it's just mind-blowing when you get into this stuff. So have just a Google sheet, whatever you want to do, Trello, and have that person give you all the things that they're doing. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you are going to bold, color code, make a note. What are the money-making activities that they're doing, the key results? Because the key results are going to be based off of two things. It's going to be based off of that item that they're doing, that task, that activity. Does it make the company money, or you money if they work for you and you're kind of more of a solopreneur? Does it make you money? Or do they have the ability to save you money? And this can also be very important as well, because you can have revenue be high and expenses be so high or even surpass it, you can run a deficit. You can have a situation of being unprofitable, or you're just like, this math just doesn't make sense because the expenses are running out of control. Okay, so that's not monitored as well. That's also a really easy thing to have happen and it's actually natural. If you read the book Scaling Up, they talk all about this. It's completely natural for, as revenue goes up and you go through that growth period, the next phase is the expenses go up, and the biggest expense you'll probably have is your people. Okay, so take each role, find out all the things that they're doing, go through it, look for redundancies, inefficiencies, things that you don't want them doing anymore. So you can look at it and go, okay, do we need to stop anything? We've definitely done that where we're like, okay, we don't need to respond to every single notification on Facebook anymore. There's just too many. It's just out of control. It doesn't make sense anymore for us to do that. So you make a decision. Is there anything we can get rid of, remove, or could we delegate this? So you might have somebody who is like, for example, we have someone who is she's very, very smart. So she's not only very techie, but she also understands the whole company as a whole and is able to kind of piece everything together and make sure it all works. Someone like her at her level and her gifts, she doesn't need to be doing more admin, administrative, no-brainer type stuff. We could potentially take some things off her list and maybe contract out a part-time VA to do that. Okay, so you're going to look at it. You're going to assess it. Are the things making sense for that person? Is there redundancy? Do we need to get rid of anything? Then you're going to go through and you're going to highlight, mark, what are the money-making activities this person is doing? Where are they making the biggest impact, the ROI? What are the key result, KRAs, key result areas that I want them to focus on? And then you're going to communicate that, and it's going to be profit, like where they make money for the company or save money. Then you're going to meet with each person, communicate that to them, any changes you made, explain to them about the KRAs. What I recommend doing is tying their performance into some kind of incentive. So it could be quarterly, bonuses, incentives. It depends on, if they're an employer or independent contractor, but you can come up with incentives that are based off of their performance. So when you come up with any kind of bonus structure, any kind of extra thing, even a salary increase, you never want to do it based off of how long they've been there or how hard they work. You want it to be based off of performance and a metric, something that you can tangibly determine, right? And look at it and say, yes, they hit this or didn't. It can't be they're really organized or they have a big heart. Like, no offense, but that's great. And also we want to think like CEOs, okay? In my humble opinion. All right, so that's what I want you to do. Your homework is to map out everyone who works for you. Do it for yourself as well. What are all the things you're doing? And then assess, what can we get rid of? What can we delegate, purge, clean up? Where is the profitability coming in, the revenue? And by the way, you might see a role where they don't have any profit. You're like, oh no, what do I do? Those people can sell. They can get into DMs for you. They can do invitations to upcoming conversion events you're doing. They can set appointments for you to do a call, a consult with people. They can follow up with people for you. They can do a lot for you in an administrative role that is still selling. Okay, so every role has a place in selling, creating revenue for the company, or saving money. All right. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the little bell so you don't miss any new episodes that we release. Or if you're on Facebook, click that follow button to make sure you get notified when we have new trainings dropping. And I appreciate you so much for watching. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.